Hello, this is Chris Baldwin, HR Director for Westfield Washington Schools. This training is for those teachers in Westfield who are on the performance review evaluation, which is also known as the goal setting portion of our evaluation plan. And these goal setting instructions and how we use that in Standard for Success. So the first thing you need to do, and I have it up here on the screen, is to go to standardforsuccess.com, and you're going to click on Login. Your login is your district email address. For this, I've set up another email address. So you would put in your email address. Your password would be the same password that you had from last year if you were in the system and used Standard for Success. For anybody that's new to Standard for Success, you would have to click on I don't know my password and go through that process, and it'll give you some prompts where you'd go into your Gmail account to reset your password. So go ahead and log in, again, email address and your password, and it should say login successful and proceeding to account. So once it gets to your account, you'll see a summary, and it'll have teacher name here at the top. This is Shamrock Sandbox, the one that I made up to use for training today. And you'll see some other information on this page that does not relate to those on the performance review evaluation. You'll see where it says down at the bottom here, you'll see a rubric. The rubric is not in effect for those on the performance review evaluation. We do not worry about the professional development tasks, and we'll talk about some of these other sections as well. The first thing we want to do right now is to set up for the goals for the start of the school year, is we want to go to this performance review evaluation section. So the first thing you want to do is click on Overview under Performance Review Evaluation. And when you get to this next screen right here, you want to click on Create New Goal using Performance Review Evaluation. And it'll bring you up to this screen with the blue section with the goal setting, which is the area where we'll do the goal setting for the start of the school year. So simply, as you've already developed your goals, you're just entering them here in the system. You go ahead and set your goal. For example, overall student scores will increase by, let's say, 10% on pre to post test. And obviously you'd be more specific as to what that area is based on the subject area that you teach or the area you'd like to focus on. The purpose would be to show, an example would be show student growth, and then you could put in the area, whether it's math or English, what you want to be specifically to show student growth in what areas, and maybe be more specific with that. And then the measurement would be whatever you decided to use for your measurement. It could be pre and post tests. Example could be NWA. Whatever methods you're using, any classroom assessments that you're using for measurement. And then if you'd like to put any teacher comments in at the bottom stating maybe this is something you worked on last year and you'd like to focus on it again this year. I'd really like to focus on this or that. That's just an area where you could put that. But really those first three areas, the goal, purpose, and measurement, are the main areas that you want to be specific as to what you're going to have for your goal this school year. After completing that, you just go down here to underneath the last blue section where it says staff sign off. And by clicking here, it says I'm agreeing to this performance review evaluation, and this portion of the performance review evaluation will be locked from further changes. My primary and secondary admins will be notified by email that this goal setting is awaiting approval. Do understand that even though it says locked from further changes, I will show you that there's a way you can go back in and open it up again to make changes if you need to. So you're going to click on that and just simply click on Update Performance Review Evaluation Goal Setting. And at that point, it should take you back to this screen here. If you ever want to get back to your home screen, you just click on your name at the top. If you get back to that home page, you'll see that next to Overview, there's now a G in a box, which means you have completed that goal. The next step would be the administrator. Now that you do that, your evaluator will get an email that states that there's a goal in there waiting for approval, and they will go in then electronically and approve those goals. If they don't approve, they could leave a comment to say, well, how about you? Have you thought about working on this? Maybe you could add this. If that's the case, it will get sent back to you to update those goals, and then we would start the process all over again. Again, if you go in there and say you need to make any changes, you can go back and click on Performance Review Evaluation and go down here and you can just click on where it says Staff Sign Off. You could reopen and go in up here and add anything or make any changes to the sections there. And then you just click on, again, I am agreeing to the Performance Review Evaluation. You click Update and you go back to this section here. So those are the first steps to start the year with your goal setting. I do want to go ahead and go through and show you the other sections. As you go down, there will be towards the mid-year around January, I'll send out a reminder, also your evaluator, to go in and give us or them an update on your goals, so how you're doing throughout the year. This section then would become active. It's not active right now because the administrator has not signed off on the initial goals yet, but this section will become active in the gray section, and that's mid-year. And again, you have a reminder on how to do that, and we'll also get you information out on how to do that. And then at the very end of the year in this green section, you have the ability to do a summative update on your goals. And then the administrator would go in and click on the additional points for the district letter grade and also leadership score. Reminder that everyone that's on this evaluation is not in job jeopardy. Everybody is considered effective from the beginning, and you start out with 90 points right from the beginning. And then we add the district letter grade and then also a leadership score. Reminder that to move to the highly effective category, those on the performance review would need to complete 4 of these items listed down here below to receive those 5 points to move to that highly effective category. Again, as we go back to the home page, as you can see, there's other sections on here. Where it says observations, everybody on this performance evaluation will be observed once during the school year, and that will be a 20-minute observation. When that observation is complete, you will see information underneath observations, and you'll have the ability to then click on that and go in and see that information and sign off that you've seen that information on the observations. Also, there's an area here called artifacts. As you go through the school year and you do some of those leadership opportunities, you could click on Create New. When it comes to artifact, it'll take you to a page where then you could attach information and upload information that fits with these custom fields with the leadership points, and actually click on down there what leadership point that goes with. Again, that's not necessary right now, but as you go throughout the school year and you want to attach those documents, you can. Also, another way is just to provide that information via paper or some other method via email to your evaluator. And your evaluator will work with you to let you know how they want that information to verify that you've done those 4 leadership points. And again, that is further along. The first steps here at the start of the school year would be to get in and get that performance review evaluation goal setting complete. If you ever have any questions about things, one thing I want to add here at the end is click on Support at the very top. It has a help section, which will tell you how to create artifacts, how to do different things as well. Not a lot of these things that are listed here do not relate to how we use it in Westfield, but there is a section here on creating artifacts if you ever have a question about that. So just to finish up, those are the steps you need to do your goals with those for those on the performance review evaluation. After that all happens, again, there's emails that go back and forth. This system is transparent that anytime an email or anytime information is updated, you will get an email. The evaluator will get an email to state that new information is listed. At any time, you can request to meet with your evaluator to discuss your goals. Even though a lot of this will be done electronically, feel free to talk to your evaluator and say, hey, I'd like to meet and talk about how I'm doing on these goals. And a reminder also, at the very end of the year, everyone will get a sheet at the very end that lists where they are rated and a sign-off sheet that you can have for your files. With that, as always, if you have any questions, please email me at baldwinc@wws.k12.in.us if you have any questions about your evaluation plan. You can also go to our website, district website, and under Human Resources, there is a section for WS employees that shows you all the information, and all this information will be listed there for setting up your goals and any other type of evaluation questions you might have. So thank you, everybody.